On today's show, we interview Brandon Pogue. What? His name is Brandon Pogue. That's Pogue. He's the founder of TRULABS. Well, what's TRULABS? Well, TRULABS is a healthy supplement company, and Brandon Pogue started this business based on his passion for his wife. You see, his wife was sick with chronic illness and just wasn't living her best life. She felt sick all the time. And once Brandon Pogue was able to discover how to help her get into the best health possible, he thought, well, what if I could create a product that could help millions of people with their health too? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start TRULABS. I'm going to turn my passion into a product. If you're out there today and you've ever had an idea for a product, you've ever been passionate about solving a problem, and you've thought about turning that problem into a product, this is the show for you. Also, on this show, Brandon gets to share with us how he is now partnering with the world's largest YouTube channel to promote his product. All this and more on this edition of the Thrivetime Show.
Let's go, let's go!
Hey, hey. Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thrivetime Show.
Now, 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
Yes, 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 and yes. Thrive Nation, on today's show, if you have been looking for a limitless supply of additional healthy energy, you are in luck, because today's show is sort of an energy expert. Brandon Pogue, welcome on to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
Hey, doing great, Clay. How are you?
Well, I'm excited, one, because we know your name is singular. It is not Brandon Pogue. Some people have said that it's Brandon Pogue, but it is Brandon Pogue. And I would like to introduce you to the Thrive Nation out there. Can you share with the listeners what your role is at TRULABS and what TRULABS is all about?
Well, I absolutely can. Hey, thanks for having me on the show today. Yeah. TRULABS sells the world's greatest energy products for humans, for the human race. And so I'm the founder and the CEO. I have 3 other partners, and then I have another that I'll discuss later on in the show that's coming on in the future, thanks to your advice. But I'm the founder and CEO of TRULABS, and that's TRULABS, and that's .com, TRULABS.com.
Now, it's rude for me to interrogate our guests and to paint you into a corner, but it's also, if I don't ask the tough questions, I know that some of our listeners are going to say, why didn't you ask them the question? So I'm going to ask you tough question number 1, getting off the outline. Here we go. You said it's the world's greatest. Do you have some kind of data, some kind of facts, some kind of research? I mean, what was the process like that went into making these supplements, and how can you claim that they are the best? Because many people have told me they are great. I just want to know, how can you claim that they are the best?
You know, I would say from personal experience and from the testimonies and from the texts and the emails that we get every day of other people telling us, your product has changed my life. And when I hear that, I naturally believe what I've been told by these people, that we're changing their lives. We're helping them to have energy. We're helping them have energy for their workday, for their workout. We're helping them to sleep well. And we're also helping them to create more lean muscle tissue through our protein. So when I have people tell me, hey, you've made the greatest, it's something that I assume, because it's not something that we take in. It's what our users and the people, our clients, our products, our customers, that they tell us. And so I just grabbed that term from them.
Can you describe what these supplements are? Is it basically kind of like an energy beer?
No, it's not.
My bad.
So,
wow.
So here's the deal. There are trillions and trillions of cells inside of your body.
Got it.
And inside of each one of those cells, there's mitochondria. You might remember this from some of your schools, from college, from high school biology.
Mitochondria
classes.
everywhere.
And those mitochondria inside of your body, which is trillions of them, they need 3 different elements to create energy the way God designed the body to create energy. They need adenine, ribose, and phosphate. And so we are the only company that I know of, only supplement company in the world, right, that puts all three raw products, adenine, ribose, and phosphate, into your body so your body naturally creates energy. A lot of other companies are dependent on stimulants around caffeine, around other things that would help, look at your Monsters, look at your Red Bulls, your coffee drinkers, which, I'm a former coffee drinker myself. But when you naturally give the body all the elements it needs to create energy, then the way God designed the body through adenine, ribose, and phosphate, your body's going to create energy, which is going to help you live a better life, which is going to give you the energy to go work out, which is going to help you to have the energy to go play with your kids after work, after we've dumped all of our effort into the day. So it's amazing. It's an amazing process, and it's completely blown my mind.
I'm going to give you a marketing tip that's probably not going to be a good one, but it's just something I've been thinking about. What if you added extra beta carotene into all your supplements? That way the people who use TRULABS would turn orange, and people would know who they were because you're like, oh, look, he looks orange. That's a great idea. Have you ever thought about that?
It's a great idea. Also, you could track them wherever they live, because you could look at the sewer outside of their house, and it would always be orange.
Now, here's the deal.
Bright color.
Now, you guys, these are great ideas. Now, you guys, knowledge bomb right there. Now, you guys do more than just energy supplements. You guys have sleep stuff, too. Talk to us about the other supplements that you guys have at TRULABS and what they do for the people who use them.
Great. Yeah, so we started off as having a pre-workout system, the first pre-workout system that we've ever heard of. And everybody's like, what's a pre-workout system? So we actually invented 4 different formulas that are different, one to the next. But every day you'll take a different pre-workout. That way your body never adapts to it. You've heard of muscle confusion. You've heard of, it's the same reason you don't go and you do bench press every day, and don't just work one muscle group. We work the entire body. And so when you have these different series, they will naturally help your body to always create energy without adapting to it. And so we have the pre-workout series that's amazing. And then people were saying, you know what? We need energy for our work day. And so we came out with an energy formula at the beginning of this year. And that energy formula helps people get through their work day. We use adenine, ribose, and phosphate. We use minerals and vitamins and herbs. But then we also add guarana. And I don't know if you know much about guarana.
Guarana?
But it's a plant, guarana. Yeah.
Guarana. Okay.
You want me to spell it for you?
I've got to feel like a spelling bee. Guarana. Guarana? Guarana?
Yeah, guarana. That's right.
Yes!
That is correct.
I get a mega point, and using Google, I can do that. I was able to look it up.
Holy cow!
Give me another word. I can spell it. Give me another word. I got Google right here.
So what's so great about guarana is it helps. It helps to have has a little bit of caffeine in it, but it also has 14 other minerals that help the energy to go longer than just your normal 30 or 45 minutes that you'll get from like a Red Bull or a coffee. So when you take our energy formula, it'll last for hours. And so you can take 1 pack a day or even 2 packs a day, and you can mix it. We have 3 different flavors you can choose from, and it's amazing. I didn't know that we were just talking about all our products today, but our products are phenomenal, and they're changing people's lives, and we love telling people about it.
Let me give the listeners 8 facts about guarana. 1, these things are rich in antioxidants. They can reduce fatigue and improve your focus. 2, 3, they help you learn better. Whoa, they may help you learn. I need to take some guarana right now. 4, they promote weight loss. 5, they may boost your heart health. 6, they may provide pain relief. And 7, they may improve skin appearance. Wow, I should be taking that. I'd look better. And I once dated a girl in high school named Guarana. No, I didn't. Okay, I'll be here all day. Okay, so now you've got this great product, and you teamed up with the 3 amigos to make this product. Tell us about what your life was like growing up, because I know you've had a lot of success now, and you're doing great things, and you're in McKinney, Texas, growing your business. Where did you grow up? What was life like growing up for you?
So it's amazing. I grew up in an amazing home with great parents, and my parents were the kind of parents that were always taking us to church whenever the doors were open. And in fact, my wife and I just built a house about a year and a half ago and we just moved kind of back to the family ranch. We have cattle, we run hay operations, but we also live back out here. So we bought 10 acres from my mom and dad, and
cool.
we actually live back where I was raised, which is kind of rare nowadays, especially inside the city of McKinney. We were always shooting, guns. We were out there, shooting snakes and driving tractors, and we were very grounded. My mom and dad, they love to travel, so we ended up traveling a lot around the world. But today, my dad is really involved. He's retired from his business. He's really involved in mission work. And I grew up going to Mexico and to Nicaragua to doing a lot of mission work, and that's a big focus of TRULABS as well, is how we're giving 10% of our company profit back to global missions. And so we have a big heart for helping others who are less fortunate than we are. So I grew up in McKinney, Texas on a cattle ranch.
I have some sound clips that from your childhood that I gathered, and you said you spent a lot of time at the church growing up as a kid. Is that correct?
All the time.
Okay, this is audio. I got this from your partner, Ray Salinas. When I say I got it from Ray, I didn't ask Ray about it. Ray will deny he knows anything about this. But I went in, Andrew, I hacked into his computer is what I did. And Ray, if you're out there, don't get mad. I just had to get it done. This is audio from you attending church, I think when you were 13. And you can deny it's you if you want to. I'm going to cue it up. Let me cue it up, Brandon. You tell me if you can remember the service where this happened. Here we go.
You got it.
Thunder, you're getting ready to flow. I feel the glory of God.
Do you remember that? Was that?
That's got to be me at a Carlton Pearson rally.
Okay. Okay, I wasn't
it's gotta
sure.
be. I remember those really well.
Okay, I've got one more sound clip. This one is a little. This is you as a kid. You said your parents would let you go out there and shoot off guns. I think this is audio of you as a 13-year-old back in the woods. Let me see if this is you.
Yeah, that's not so much. We were shooting, 410s and shotguns. There was one time
I'm sorry. I got pulled in. I was really entertained there. I'm sorry. Your parents really trusted you guys.
We didn't get into automatic rifles till later down the road. But no, we were shooting, 410s and 12 gauges, cleaning up snakes around the pond and stuff like that, doing what are called snake roundups. There was one time where my gun accidentally fired, my single shot 410 accidentally fired about 3 inches away from my right foot. And I'm glad that did not happen, because that would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, and I got audio here from when you were 15 years old. Your dad was showing you a little bit about how to use a weapon and hold it properly. And this is audio of your dad coaching you through how to use a weapon properly. Wow. That's how they do it in McKinney, folks.
It is Texas, and we watch our guns and our Bibles around here.
That is great. Wow. Okay. Wow. So many sound effects. Ray Salinas, thank you for allowing me to hack into your computer without your...
Remind me to talk to Ray later.
Well, we have so many listeners that aren't from Texas, and I think a lot of people stereotype in their mind that everyone in Texas runs around with a loaded weapon. And not everyone, but this is just audio from how our guest grew up. Don't be worried. This is just his life and how he grew up. That's just family. That's what they did that right before the family photos. Okay, let's continue. So now
that's how we woke up in the morning at 5 a.m. The gunfire.
They throw a Bible at you and then they shoot off guns. Now, when did you figure out that you wanted to do this whole TRULABS thing? When did you decide this was what you wanted to do?
Well, about 6 years ago, my wife was going through some complications in her health. I'd been running. I started a very successful commercial real estate company, and we were brokering deals across the United States. But she was starting to go down in health, and so she was normally about 125 pounds, and she had gotten below 100 pounds. She was losing out clumps of hair, and she was lethargic, didn't have energy, and was on the wrong side of wellness. And she had been trying and searching. She had been seeing all different kind of medical doctors. And these medical doctors had taken blood samples and had done all these things. And she wasn't getting any better. In fact, she was on medications that was supposed to be treating her thyroid. So one doctor had actually misdiagnosed her as hypothyroid when she was actually hyperthyroid, meaning that they thought she had an underactive thyroid, but her thyroid was actually overactive. So the medication she was taking was actually worsening her condition. So it was a really dark time until she met one of my now partners, Dr. Brian Artis. And Dr. Brian Artis was a alternative holistic type doctor. And he started to treat her, and within just a few weeks of her being treated by Dr. Artis, I noticed that she started to improve and improve drastically. And it was amazing to watch, my wife come back that I'd been married to for 10 years at that time. And so she started being a better mom and, being a better spouse, and to be able to have energy to go do things that she does every day, that we depend on her as a family unit for her to survive. And so when Dr. Artis did that, a couple of months later, me and some guys were working out that morning, and I said, wouldn't it be great if there was a pre-workout that naturally cycled you on and off of certain ingredients so that your body never adapted to it? We had taken other pre-workouts such as, C4 or Jekyll and Hyde or, SFH had one, tried all different type of pre-workouts, but you're always jumping to a different pre-workout, and you really don't know what you're putting into your body, if it's good for you or not. And so she found out that her health had gotten better. And then I was like, man, if Dr. Artis can do this with her, maybe he can help us to start, a whole new company based around good products that are made to give energy to humans. And so a couple of years ago, we started off this company that's now TRULABS.
So as you built TRULABS, I want to go back a little bit and kind of build on your background, because I know that if I were going to buy a product, I would want to know that the person who's making the product is not insane, that the person is credible, that the person has, knows what they're talking about. And you actually didn't just dabble in commercial real estate. You guys did very well. Are you free to speak about how big the real estate company was because you grew it tremendously. Can you share about that?
Yeah, so we started, I started the company back in 2003.
Yeah.
And we started by doing, commercial brokerage, and we did some land deals, some land investment deals. But then we grew it into a company that was regularly syndicating larger deals. So we would take hedge funds from New York or, different money from larger investment REITs, and we would put those into large deals. So we would do apartment complexes that were, in the $55-60 million range. We also brokered, a hotel in New York. We did quite a bit. So, I don't want to give too many details on it, but it was a great company. But it was fun to help the wealthy get wealthier, but it wasn't near as rewarding as what we're doing now, which is helping change people's lives.
So, you were working though on. And in the world of commercial real estate, where we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, correct? We're talking about selling a lot
absolutely.
of stuff. Okay, so selling north of this just in from our home office. The man has helped us sell hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate, not like $7 of real estate. You're not like brokering those temporary sheds you can buy in the parking lot of Lowe's. You weren't in the parking lot of Lowe's selling those $45,000 shanties, right? These are big pieces of property, hotels in New York. But you said two words, and I think some of our listeners might have lost you here, so I want to make sure we get this. Can you please explain what a REIT is for the listeners out there that are not familiar with real estate investment trusts? Explain what those do, and then what it means when you're on the syndicate, when you're syndicating. Explain what that means.
Yeah, so a real estate investment trust is where people would put their money in a pool together that's usually highly audited, highly regulated, and then they would go and do a syndication, which a syndication would be like if two banks or a bank and another REIT or multiple people get together because of the size of money or the volumes of money that are going into the deal are too large for one group to put that much risk into. So like a syndication would be, 2 or 3 different REITs or 2 or 3 different banks coming together because they didn't want to assume, a risk on a $55 or $100 million deal. They say, I'm in for $25 million, the next person would be in for $35 million, and so on until the entire fund was syndicated.
Now, you've had some pretty epic highs in your career and some pretty epic lows, probably. I mean, I want to, as a way to make our listeners feel bad, to feel better about how bad you felt. Because I think by comparison, I think it's kind of like if a friend of yours gets injured, it's kind of like, oh man, that must suck. But it doesn't feel as bad than if you're going through something. And most of our listeners are business owners. So can you take us down to the bottom of where your low point was in your real estate career, where that way we as listeners will all feel better as a result of just laughing at how bad it was for you?
Wow, that's I still remember that day, and it was election day 2008, and it was the day after Obama got elected. We were working on a large industrial deal. This deal was going to be served by rail, so you could have train access in and out of it. We put 600 acres together, and it was going to be one of the largest industrial deals in this area north of Dallas. And I got a call about 9:30 in the morning, the day after Obama got elected. And, this executive tells me, hey, look, Brandon, I'm sorry, we like this deal. We want this deal to happen. They were the first key puzzle, the first key domino to make this entire deal work. They were going to be the entrance of this corridor. And he goes, we like this deal and we want to do it, but upper management just doesn't like the way the country is going. And they sent in a cancellation of contract, and that was a downward spiral of a really dark, probably year and a half, kind of when the mortgage crisis, all of that started to happen.
Yeah. Single
family, which drives everything, started to happen. And it was a really dark, year and a half where, we were like, who moved my cheese? And I don't know if you've ever read that little simple book.
Oh, yeah.
But it was who moved the cheese, because the cheese had been moved. In fact, there was no cheese out there at all. And that was one of the lowest points that I remember.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Ooh, Swiss.
Really?
Easy.
Do you like Richard cheese?
I don't know what that is.
Richard Cheese is a guy who does covers of rap songs, but it's like you haven't listened to Richard Cheese? Never?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna give you just one little sample. Andrew, get ready to edit a lot of stuff tonight. Here, we're gonna be editing. This is just an example of what Richard Cheese can do for you. Okay, so get ready. I'll edit it up. Here we go. This is Richard Cheese, his cover of Gin and Juice. You're going to love this, Brandon. I give this to you. It's my gift.
I like jazz.
No, you're going to love this. Here we go. Get ready. When he drops the knowledge bombs, your brain's going to explode. It's a lyrical miracle. Get ready. Snoop cringes when he hears this.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funk every single day. I got in the living room getting it on.
A lot of editing here. We'll get.
And they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning.
Oh man.
So we gonna smoke our to this. Cheese up, down, while you
I was digging it until he got a little off the rail.
So I don't know if we can talk at all about some of the big things you're working on right now, or should we keep it kind of covert and kind of secret?
Ooh, that's the question, isn't it? See, we just got out of a 2.5-hour meeting today. It started at 10:30, and we were not out till 1 o'clock. And this is following some of your advice.
Yeah.
That you've been, kind of steering us. But we have a celebrity influencer that is about to be a partner.
Come on now.
Inside of TRULABS.
Equity partner.
And an equity partner.
Ooh.
And they are going to change they're going to probably jolt us 4 years into the future in a matter of a few months. So
are you teaming up with the guy who played Darth Vader, who didn't get to speak on camera, just the physical body of the guy who played Darth Vader, the body double for that guy? Is that who you're teaming up with?
No. James Earl Jones did the actual voice for
Yeah,
Darth
I was
Vader.
thinking about the guy who wasn't the voice, the guy that he never gets the love. You know, that guy.
These guys have 44 million followers on YouTube.
What?
These guys have 44 million followers on YouTube. They're the largest YouTube following in the USA.
It's Ricky Schroeder. Silver Spoons.
No, it's not. It's not Ricky Schroeder.
Can you tell us,
It's
or are you
not
going to
Ricky
keep?
Schroeder.
Can you tell us or no?
I probably need to wait off because I think today we decided that we're going to announce it in 6 weeks. Largest following in the United States. You could just make some speculations.
The
on who
largest
that might
follower
be.
in the so I'm going to make a speculation. The largest YouTube channel, no exaggeration, in the world might be teaming up with you guys. I know what it is, and I'm going to cue it up now. And just if it's if I nail it, just let it happen. Here we go. Let me get it ready to go. Let me kind of get it queued up here.
Here we are,
Face to face. Is it Ricky Schroeder, Silver Spoon? Seriously, can you tell
It's
us?
not. No, it's
That's
not.
a bunch of crap, and you know it is.
It's a great.
I'm calling
it's a
you
great
out. It's
guess,
Ricky
but you're
Schroeder.
wrong.
No, you know that. Okay, so anyway, we'll be Googling. We'll find out your little secret here soon. Now, if I'm not listening
it's
today,
it's gonna be monstrous. It's gonna make ripples throughout the entire supplement world.
Oof.
But we're not quite ready to announce it just yet.
Okay, final question I have. We spent so much time today. I spent so much time dwelling on Richard Cheese and Silver Spoons and all the things that the listeners want to get into. I don't want to cut you off here. If I want to order some of your stuff, I want to try it out for the first time. Where can I do it? And do you have a hot deal for first-time buyers?
Yeah, so it is TRULABS.com, TRULABS.com. We've got a whole new website that's going to be launching hopefully before this podcast comes out. But we are going to be working on a super hot deal, Clay. And what it is we're going to let every one of your listeners, and so if they will put in, what should we make as the code? You tell me what you think the code should be.
Clay.
I mean, it could.
I love that
Clay.
word. Yeah. Oh, it's a great
Let's
word.
do that. Okay, so I'm going to write that down right here.
Yep.
So if they'll put in Clay as their promo code when they're checking out, we're going to give all of your listeners a sampler. And so this sampler is going to have a shaker cup.
Ooh.
It's going to have 4 different flavors of the pre-workout, 3 different flavors of the energy.
Yes.
2 of the proteins, and maybe a sleep as well. And usually we're going to sell that we're going to let people try that for about $20.
Yeah.
But I think I can do it. Ray's going to be mad at me at this.
Ray is going to give us a hot
gonna be
deal.
mad.
Don't tease us. Give us a hot deal. Freaking
$9.99.
$9.99, and then hopefully we'll have you on the show again so you can confess that Ricky Schroeder is in fact your sponsor.
Holy cow!
Silver Spoons, best show ever.
So
Yeah.
what's great about this is we sell the shaker cup by itself for $15, and it's an amazing shaker cup. But that's one of every product that we make, and the shaker cup for free. So it's going to be that's a really hot tip.
Hey, man, I appreciate you so much for being on the show. I'm going to hang up on you so you don't have to hang up on me, because normally it ends kind of weird. A lot of times classy guys like you just hang up on me. But thank you so much for being on the show, and we look forward to having a progress report in a couple months when you announce your merger, your partnership with Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons.
Hey, Clay, thanks so much for having me on. Let me just say one thing. I have really enjoyed your podcast. They have been very entertaining. If I have to drive more than 15 minutes, I'm putting on a Thrivetime Business Show podcast. So I really appreciate you having me as one of the guests today.
Well, hopefully I make you laugh at least once and you learn something maybe once a week. But all right, you take care, my friend.
Thanks, pal.
Appreciate it. Bye. And now, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom! Stop what you're doing and think about this for a second. What would happen if your company was suddenly able to generate exponentially more quality sales leads? That would be incredible. What would happen if your company came up at the top or near the top of the Google search engine results?
Well, I would just feel overwhelmed with all that business.
How many thousands of dollars in lost sales or millions of dollars in lost sales are you missing out on simply because your potential customers can't find you when they go online to search for the products and services that you offer?
I refuse to think that thought because I don't want any more business.
Unless you are a dirty communist that hates money, my new book, Search Engine Domination, will help you grow your business. In my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate the search engine results.
What do you mean by dominate?
You see, in my new book, Search Engine Domination, we will teach you the specific steps that you need to take to dominate search engine results. Download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com. I repeat, that's thebestseobook.com.
My name is Amy Baltimore, and I am a CPA in Covington, Tennessee. I've been working with the Thrive team now for about a year. One of the first things that they did was to update my website and my search engine optimization. I prior had a website, but I was not being found on Google, and all of my new business was coming through referrals from friends, family, etc. And right away I started to see results. People were calling and coming in saying that they found me on Google. They just Googled CPA near me, and there I was at the top of the page. And so it's been a great help to my business.
Again, you can download your free ebook copy today at thebestseobook.com.
Hey, this is Dustin Huff. I'm with Keystone Harbor Marina. We joined Thrive back in January and have been working with these guys for about 7 months. During that time period, we have moved up our Google rank through reviews and SEO processes that we've compiled through these guys. Our leads have gone from about 4 a week to now 165 a week. So the process works. I will tell you from experience, once you begin, you have to stay with it. As long as you continually do this week in and week out, month in and month out, you'll continually grow.
The system works, but nothing works unless you do. You've got to take some action. Download the ebook for free today at thebestseobook.com.
Hello, my name is Daniel with Daniel's Heating and Air here in Amarillo, Texas. The way Google has affected my business, we have got a lot of calls from Google. Right now it's July, and we've had the best month ever. And it took us about 8 to 10 months to get on top of Google, and I'm glad we did.
Remember, nothing works unless you do. You have to go to thebestseobook.com today. Download the ebook for free. Just download that ebook for free, and you'll be off to the races.
Hi, my name is Christina Nemus. I'm the owner and operator of Angel's Touch Auto Body and Detailing in Bourne, Massachusetts. We have been working with Thrive and their coaching for, say, 8 to 9 months, and it took us about 6 months, 5 to 6 months to get on the top of Google, and with their help with the website and marketing, and the SEO and retargeting ads with Google, and it has been phenomenal. We just have light and day business coming in, phone calls coming in, walk-ins, referrals. It's just through the roof, and we couldn't be happier. At the moment, we are up 50% this year from the previous year, and not only is that part of our own hard work and diligence, but also with the help of Thrive and what they've done for us and getting us on the top of Google and, you know, all their knowledge and coaching. And yeah, so super grateful, super pumped to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs 10:4. I'm here to tell you, you can do it if you can just motivate yourself. 12 the masses had to cut off a few, so on the daily, you and I could rendezvous. A misshapen tree that I had to prune. I had to make cuts to be here daily at noon. So, like a tidal wave of knowledge monsoon, I could rain on the parades of those of doubt in you. Are you the next Rockefeller or the next guru? Or the next Dr. King who's changing the rules? Walls are in your way, will you run right through? Like a running back, force the one, it's up to you. I remember my days back in the dorm room, tuned to the gloom like the temple of doom. Overwhelmed with the doubts that try to consume my hope for the future that I could pursue. But from the mountaintop now I can conclude that you have what it takes if you want the view to.
This is your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time. It's your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
This moment is profound cause you're above the ground. Your road might have been rough, but what you got now is now. We're here to pick you up and to even show you how. But you gotta be resourceful with that old plow. Started from the bottom, but I worked my way up. Cause by 4 a.m. I've always been prayed up. Rise and grind, now's your time, don't dare lay up. You gotta get it, don't quit it till your seeds grow up.
This is your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find.
Yes.
Today is your day.
Somebody say.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
It's your year to thrive.
Come on.
Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
It's your time. We all have a wish and we all want to win, but we cannot begin without self-discipline. If you fall on your face, get yourself up again. Attach yourself to goals, not fail with the friends. When the storms get rough and they scatter and leave, you only be there with yourself and what you believe. We believe in you, but not as much as God does. If you're going through hell, He's got nothing but love. Apply what you learn, increase what you earn, and in due time you have money to burn.
Apply what you've learned, increase what you earn, and in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned, increase what you've earned, in due time you got money to burn.
Sing it.
Apply what you've learned,
Sing it.
increase what you've earned.
Yes.
In due time you got money to
With this
burn.
miracle, I look to shout down the doubters. Kill the weeds that be killing your dream flowers. Empower you to devour all the obstacles that make your sweet dreams sour. As for me, I used to stutter, but now I'm on the microphone smooth like butter. If I can do it, I know you can too, but you must stick to it like postage do. And while Merton's on the chorus, singing what he sings, I encourage you to dream big dreams.
Today is your day.
Today's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
This is your year to thrive.
Sing it.
Success you will find. Today is your day.
It's your day.
And now is your time.
It's your time.
Today is your day.
Come on.
And now is your time.
Sing it, Merton.
Today is your day. Now is your time.
I realize I can't sing like that, but I can talk and play the woodblock. Okay. If you guys need me, I'll just be over here.